Whoopee, I have returned. So I've been doing this sort of Jordan B Peterson criticism videos for some while now, and I just wanted to say that I'm merely doing this for the person who actually believes in the literal perception of Jesus' teachings, because I feel as though he is sort of taking those very teachings and taking them out of context and making a sort of scientific worldly version of them. So that's why I'm making this criticism. These videos of mine are merely made for those people who have genuine interest in the biblical perception of reality and the literal interpretation of Jesus' teachings. Aside from that audience, my videos are obviously open for everyone, but that's not my main back trade for the other audiences around everywhere, because I feel as though I'm really protecting the literal interpretation against Peterson. That's what I'm doing mainly, and I get some of these sort of people who come to argue that, oh, I have interpreted Peterson wrong, and oh, I have done this, and oh, I have done that. And I completely understand the scientific point of view from which he comes from. I have an IQ of very high quality. I might even say that I'm higher than Peterson, but the main idea that many people who have commented on my videos, they seem to sort of take the stance of me needing to sort of justify my claims when one can receive the Holy Ghost just via doing what Jesus says. So I just want to say that don't focus on me too much. Focus on the main source of information from which my videos are coming from. It's the literal interpretation. Everybody can go there and read it themselves. I'm merely just arguing against Peterson with the literal interpretation. Now, when we put that aside, we can just continue further to this topic of this video, because I wanted to talk about his perception of the dominance hierarchy. So I think that, and this is just assuming the stance in which he seems to seesaw throughout, because he clearly seesaws between the literal interpretation of the Bible and some sort of weird scientific objective reality version that is derived through the Jungian archetypes and everything. He's sort of going between faith and non-faith constantly, so it's very hard to argue against him in the sense. So that's why I'm just arguing with the literal interpretation against him, so that the person who might feel confused can sort of get a sense of relief, and not to completely stress oneself out, thinking, is Peterson a follower of Jesus' teachings or not? Do not worry about that. Just follow the teachings of Jesus and love everyone. That's just the best way. But when we argue against his dominance hierarchy, one could say that it's one of his weaknesses, in the sense that the dominance hierarchy itself is very against what the teachings of Jesus taught. I mean, let's for example look at what Jesus said. He said that the individual who gives out of his minimally owned money for someone else gives more than the person who gives out of his big cash stack, because the individual with the cash stack has basically just piled up the cash. So that in itself is a clear indication of the fact that this idea of dominance hierarchy is very against what Jesus taught. There was this one person who made this video. Her channel name is That Girl Heyoka. I don't really know if I pronounced it correctly. Her videos for some reason got taken down, but she made this argument that the teachings of Jesus are actually they will lead to the destruction of the dominance hierarchy, not to the enhancement of it. If we look at, for example, Gandhi or Mother Teresa or somebody else, they didn't focus on building up the cash that much. They focused on just helping people. They focused on making a social change. And when we look at this dominance hierarchy in unison with his sort of pro-traditionalist family centrism that his self-help philosophy clearly embodies, it will just enhance the dominance hierarchy, this family centrism that is. There's the problem that Jesus himself said that the man is that he said that it is better for the man to be alone, so he can do God's will completely. And that to me doesn't really, when you do that and you also take all of the other teachings of Jesus, you get a sort of an working class person who changes the society for the better, leads the society towards God, I would say. So I don't see the relation between the family centrism and the dominance hierarchy in Jesus' teachings. So I just wanted to briefly say that I guess this video kind of turned out to be something else because I just babbled on endlessly, but that's me. I think you're getting the hang of how I operate. So I mean, there's only 8 subscribers at the moment, so I guess things could be better, but maybe I will make a sort of an weird boom at some point. Who knows? Let's hope for that. That's all. Bye.